All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. It took a 62 home run season in 2022 by New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge to prevent Los Angeles Angels star Shohei Ohtani from making it consecutive American League MVP awards. But here in 2023, Ohtani is gearing up for a big year in more ways than one. This is Shohei's walk year, as he could possibly get the most lucrative contract in Major League Baseball history. The hitting and pitching aspect of Shohei makes him a box office attraction. You're talking about a guy this season that is batting and even 300 to go along with 24 home runs and 58 runs batted in. While on the mound, he is 6-2 in 14 starts this season to go along with a 3.29 earned run average. This month alone, Otani is batting 410 with 8 home runs and 18 runs batted in. And we're just in the middle of June. And with Otani being a big part of it, the Angels have found themselves in playoff contention for the first time in a very long time. The Angels are currently in second place in the American League West, but their 41 and 33 record has them just 4.5 games behind the first place Texas Rangers, while they are also in possession of the second wild card spot in the AL. Now, with the Angels' resurgence this year, is it a slam dunk that Shohei leaves in free agency? Because again, a lot of people talked about that all offseason that you know what, this was going to be Shohei's last year with the Angels. And of course, just when it looked like the Halos were going to be sold, Artie Moreno had a change of heart over the winter and decided to keep his team. Now, first things first, Shohei is going to explore the market. You don't get this close to free agency and just simply say, hey, I'm going to sit back and negotiate with one team. There's going to be other big market teams out there that are going to show interest in Shohei. The Los Angeles Dodgers. And of course, on the other side of the country, I do expect both the New York Mets and New York Yankees to show plenty of interest, especially the Mets in obtaining their services of one Shohei Ohtani. So when it's all said and done, there is a good possibility that he remains with the Angels, but it's going to be one of those things. It's going to cost him because he is not giving them a hometown discount. So when it's all said and done, there are some people that feel that Shohei could become MLB's first $500 million player. I'm not going to go that far, but I'm also not going to say that it's not out of the realm of possibilities that that could happen because you're talking about a guy who hits, but he also pitches. And that is a very interesting and unique dynamic, something that the game of baseball has not seen in decades. Now, with that said, you look at some of the lucrative or the most lucrative contracts in MLB history. Last year, Aaron Judge got 9 years, $360 million from the New York Yankees. Bryce Harper, a couple of years ago, got 13 years, $330 million from the Philadelphia Phillies. Corey Seager got 10 years, $325 million from the Texas Rangers. And Manny Machado got 10 years, $300 million when he opted out to remain with the San Diego Padres. I'll say this about Shohei because you're talking about a guy, he's in the prime of his career. He's 28. He's going to be 29 next month in a couple of weeks, actually. And it's one of those where obviously he's in the prime of his career. So you're talking about easily 10, 11, 12-year deal that teams are going to have to go out there and commit to because he is looking for that big payday, right here in the prime of his career. And guess what? He's going to get it. So if I were a betting man, I'd have to say The basement on Shohei's deal is probably like 10 years, $400 million if I was a betting man. So that's the least amount, in my opinion, that it's going to take. I don't see his representatives going for anything smaller than that. But nonetheless, Shohei is definitely putting together a phenomenal season. We've already seen a guy who's already Rookie of the Year and AL MVP a couple of years ago. But this time around, you're talking about a guy that more than likely is probably, when it's all said and done this season, he's probably going to bat someplace around 285, 290, and he's probably going to hit 50 home runs at the rate that he's going right now. You look at this month alone, he is definitely in a zone at the plate. You think about it, 4 home runs just in the last couple of games for the Los Angeles Angels, and now he just continues to tack on it. And again, you're talking about a guy who's putting up these numbers so far, and it's not even June, pardon me, July yet. So I look at it like this. I look at Shohei, and you think about what he's bringing to the table. You think about what he's doing, and this could be a historic season for him because no Angels player has ever hit 50 home runs in a season. Shohei came close a couple of years ago. He hit 46. And of course, Mike Trout came close in 2019 with 45. And of course, the high mark came in 2000 when Troy Gloss hit 47 home runs. But nonetheless, I do believe at the rate and the pace that Shohei is on right now, you're talking about a guy that's definitely going to hit 50 home runs. And then on top of that, you're talking about a guy who has the potential to hit 50 home runs and possibly win 15 games as well. So I'll tell you like this, if Shohei goes out there and gets into that 15, 16, 17 win mark, we're talking about a guy who could possibly be AL MVP and AL Cy Young Award winner. It is not out of the realm of possibilities. Preseason and spring training, I talked about, I expected Shohei to have a big year, just like I expected Aaron Judge to have a big year last year when it was his contract time. This time it's going to be all about Shohei. He's making the season all about Shohei. And I guarantee you that this offseason is going to be all about Shohei because the dollars are coming his way. He is going to get the biggest payday in MLB history. You give that type of money to the game's most dynamic stars, and Shohei is definitely in that mix. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.